Hi everyone, and welcome again to my audiovisual channel. My name is Gabriela Handal, I'm a draftsman, and today I want to talk to you about inspiration. So before I go ahead with that, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, because it's very helpful for my audiovisual channel, and if you want to be extra helpful and extra supportive, feel free to check the links in the video description. Thank you, I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead with inspiration. Inspiration, motivation. I want to do it, I don't want to do it. Kind of, sometimes. That's how people won't directly use the word inspiration. But okay, so before we start talking about it, let's see what the internet has to say about inspiration. Let me make it a little bit smaller. Just give me a minute. And we'll go right to the internet to make a little search for inspiration. But it's not going to be in Pinterest, you guys, all right? Calm down. All right, there it is. That's the internet. I'm going to make it a little bigger. How does that look? All right, let's see, right into the search bar. Inspiration. Is that big enough? All right, just give me a second. Make it a little bigger. Okay. Yes. Hopefully you can see that. All right. Inspiration. The excitement of the mind or emotions to a high level of feeling or activity. The condition of being so excited. The quality of being so excited as manifested in something. Let's see what else other things say. Oh yeah, inspiration is also like inhale, to inspire. I don't want to click on stuff, damn it. Okay, Collins Dictionary. Stimulation or arousal of the mind, feelings, etc. to special or unusual activity or creativity. The state or quality of being so stimulated or aroused. Someone or something that causes this state. An idea or action resulting from such a state. Yes. All right. I don't know how I feel about that. I like these better from, what is this? The American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language. I like these better because they specifically talk about excitement, being excited about something. And at least that makes sense to me as what inspiration is. So let me make myself normal size again so that I can talk at you. Right, so to be excited about doing something, excited about an idea, about a project. And I think that's also really consonant with motivation, which is something that a term that I hear also used pretty often, specifically to refer to whether you want to do something or not. And more recently, I have made perhaps the mistake of going on Reddit and just looking at stuff and to read. And, you know, like in the art forums are like, I'm not motivated, what do you do about the art block? And this type of stuff, like very trite at this point kind of stuff that quote unquote artists say, you know, when they don't want to do something. So or like do but don't know how, or like they do want to do something and don't know how to do it, something like that. Not sure. Anyway, so the reason, I guess, for this video is that I guess I just think that discipline is really the antidote to this dependency on motivation or inspiration to do anything. Whether you're a visual artist or any kind of artist or somebody that does anything in life at all. So discipline being a cultivated habit of something that you have deliberately repeated on the daily, like as part of a routine, so that it just ends up, if you do it long enough, it ends up becoming second nature, and you don't strictly have to want to do it because you just do it. Just like waking up, just like eating, and just like taking a shower, reading, like if it's one of these hobby type activities, and maybe not necessarily that is typically considered part of a daily routine, like showering and eating, for example, those are kind of par for the course. But then if you do other stuff like, oh, I want to read more, or I want to learn this thing, or I just want to be more productive as an artist, like the way to counteract the need for motivation to do that is to cultivate a habit. And that means doing it whether you want to do it or not, whether you are excited to do it or not. And, it really doesn't have to be, like, you don't have to, for example, again, since we're talking about visual arts, because I'm an artist, if you were talking about, I want to draw more or I want to draw better, all you got to do is just draw for a little while every day, no matter what. So it doesn't matter how long you draw for, because if you're starting to cultivate a habit, as long as it's a teeny tiny little bit, whatever it is that you can handle at the moment, it's gonna, like, on its own, you'll see how much easier it is to add time to that. So for example, say for example that you start out by drawing for 5 minutes every day for a week, for example, whatever, however long. It doesn't matter what you're drawing, but the point is that the physical act of sitting down on your desk or on the floor or wherever you may draw and just draw something, even if you're just doodling the kind of stuff that you would doodle when you talk on the phone, for example, even if it's that what you're doing, the fact of having taken the 5 minutes to stop everything that you were doing to do the act of making marks, it's like that. It's like you're already starting to cultivate the habit by repetition, by daily repetition. And I mean, however small you have to make the very first steps in order to form the habit, that doesn't matter. Like, for example, if we're talking about going to the gym, oh, I'm not motivated or whatever, of course, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it on Monday, whatever. I read once or twice or somewhere, I don't know where, about a person saying that, or writing, because I read it, that the first thing they would do was just walk to the gym and open the door, and that was it. They would just go back home, And so, like, that's how they started making their habit to go to the gym. And so however small you have to make whatever it is that you think you can handle at the very beginning, just do that for a little while until until it feels like it's par for the course. And then, it'll become so easy. Like, I mean, I figure the person who was talking about going to the gym, and I don't blame them, that it's like, oh, these other people are going to be looking at me and stuff, for example. But it's like, the next time it's like, all right, I can open the door to the gym and I can walk inside and go up or whatever it might be, and then I can go walk around the machines or something, and then it's like the the area within which you're comfortable expands a little bit, okay, so yes, let me look at my notes here just a second. Right. So yeah, this whole thing about forming a habit, however you might do that, and however small you might start, will for sure trump the the whim of inspiration, the whim of motivation. It will trump whether you want to do it or not. And it's gonna, it's like what's gonna stop you from drawing? Since we're talking about visual arts, really for the most part, what's gonna stop you from drawing? I don't know. Somebody died in your family or something. But it's like, you'll be able to separate some time each day. Just like you separate some time each day to scroll through the Instagram, you're going to be able to separate some time just for the drawing, just for the painting. Okay? And what else can you do? What else can you do to practice cultivating your artistic habit? For example, like what I was saying earlier about drawing, just doodling in general, but you can do lots of other things. You can do, like, for example, say, for example, that you're a little bit more advanced, quote unquote, all right? You have a bit more experience being an artist, and just lately you're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to do anything. Everything is lame. Everything is stupid, whatever, But you still kind of have like this career that you want to work on, or you have projects that you, artistic projects that you want for to work on at some point. But for whatever reason, you don't want to do it now. And it's like, wow, I don't want to do it now. But it's like, what can you do? Like, again, start for 5 minutes and start a study or a thumbnail type thing of any of the projects that you wished you had time for. And listen, 5 minutes is not very much, all right? It's not much at all. You can do that between scrolling time on the Instagram. I don't know. You spend probably a lot more time scrolling on Instagram, more than 5 minutes for sure. So you can spend 5 minutes making a little drawing, all right? So anyway, studies. You can make studies for a project that you have in the future. You can learn about an artist you admire. You can make studies of the work of this artist that you admire and just learn about their life in general. If you have a little bit more time, then you can make, more studies still. Make a 20-minute portrait, a 20-minute self-portrait, make a 20-minute sketch from imagination, draw the freaking thing where you keep your pencils or your paints. Make a little still life before bed, something like that, for example. All right, so we have made it to 13 minutes. And so, yeah, I think that discipline is what trumps the whim of inspiration and motivation. Because what is a whim? A whim is when you suddenly feel like doing something, like suddenly you're excited about something. I mean, like, cool and everything. That's cool if right in that moment you have the opportunity to work on the thing that you're excited about. But then when you have your allotted time, you can't be dependent on the whim of excitement or motivation to do the thing. Because it's like, all right, this is the time to do it. I have to seize the moment and do the thing now because I won't have time later. Whatever. You have to take it. You have to make good use of your time. So, to close it off, a quote that I like by Picasso, of all fucking people, probably the only thing Picasso has ever done that I like is a quote that says, "Inspiration exists, but it has to find you working." Okay? Which is what I was saying just now. It's like, it's cool when you get inspired about something, you get excited about it. And what a coincidence, it's your 5 minutes of the day to make that sketch, make it cool. But then it's like, come the next day, you can't be hoping for that spike of inspiration in order to use up your 5 minutes of a little bit of work, of the habit that you're trying to cultivate. Because in that way, you don't depend on the inspiration, because the inspiration, sometimes she's there, sometimes she's not. God knows when she's gonna show up. So if she ever does, you're already making stuff. And then you'll extra enjoy the stuff that you're making. All right? But then that way you don't depend on that to be productive. So hopefully you find this helpful. hopefully you find this helpful and interesting at the very least. Let me know, what do you think? What do you do when you kind of like kind of whiny, don't want to do whatever it is? I don't feel like it. What do you do in that case? It's like, do you have your habit formed already? Let me know in the comments. And also like, share, and subscribe because it's really helpful for the channel. And if you want to be extra supportive and extra helpful, please look at the links in the video description. Thanks again and have a great day.